Battle control initialized.
Hello there, comrades and cannon fodder. It's Dvoid here. I've got this replay, which is a 3 versus 3 on Chernobyl map, and this game, this replay, is to celebrate me reaching 100 subscribers. So, hello there, comrades and cannon fodder. I'm very grateful to all my loyal subscribers. I've now reached 100, so thank you very much to all. And this replay, I thought, is a fitting replay to mark that benchmark point in my channel's existence. So we have Team 1 is a player using Russia. I know that player. A player using England. I also know this player. And a player using Germany, although I do believe it's someone using that name. It's not actually that player. And the next team is using Russia. I don't know that name. A player using England, obviously I know Ekonim well, and World Peace is my favourite opponent, and they are using Russia. So Team 1 is Russia, England and Russia. Team 2 is Russia, England and Germany. And here we go. We've got the contest for the first oil derricks. Here we are, we've got this team here have gathered a fair force of rifles all together. Now there's enough to meet them, but they're all spread out. And the dog is providing extra view range. Now, the engineer shouldn't be anywhere around there, so the player using Germany has captured the oil derrick and the hospital, and their engineer's moving forward, and their teammate using Russia has captured this oil derrick and is for some reason calling a marker. So he's calling his teammate's attention there for some reason. Now we've got so let's see the colours. We've got blue, brown and purple against green, red and blue. Right, okay. So green and reds, they're here hoping to take this oil derrick because Team 2 has taken up 2 oil derricks, 3 oil derricks and a hospital in the centre. So Team 1 doesn't have any of these assets in the centre. And you can defend these areas very effectively because if you use the units that can fire over walls and deploy them behind the walls so they're safe, and then place a few units to stop enemy forces approaching, then you can end up with a strong defensive position, and it'd be worth defending this area with 2-3 oil derricks and a hospital. Here we go. Don't attack into the view range of the oil derrick because this player will be able to see your infantry, and green can't see him. Look, can't see any of their units, so you can't attack like that. You just can't do it. Either go round the back or use a vehicle. Now you see, all of them just march to their death. Now red is attacking from the right angle, but as soon as they see that it's a lost cause, they're running away with their rocket troops, so at least they're saving a lot of value there. So that was the right choice, but look, we've still got a vulnerable engineer sat there. Now the scout vehicles, so all this will be discovered. There's a radar dome. Team 1 has got a radar dome there. Yeah, we've got a few scout units over here for Team 2. And it looks like Team 2 is attempting to take this oil derrick as well. We've got an aircraft. In fact, we've got 2 yaks there for world peace. There's an expansion happening here for Team 2, sorry. Player using Germany's moving over in this direction. That's a good place because you've got the gems and a nice patch of ore here. And there's more. Look at all of it. So here's a good place. Set up your expansion. Very good area to hold. Set up a refinery here, I would, and then move forward to protect it. And then securing this central area, and then by capturing all the oil derricks in the hospital and then defending it, that gives you a nice chunk of the map to, you know, that's easier to defend and has got the defender's advantage. There you go, they've lost a refinery there. And world peace is low in army value. He's got a medium no, that's the player using Germany up front with that medium tank and a few infantry. That's good. That's a decent force gathering here for the player using Germany. Mint wants to back off. And he's bringing a decent force. He's got 11,000 army value, and the attacker is at 13,000, this player. There you go, the Reds. Mint's got that engagement very nicely done, although this tank should be here. He knows better than that, but still, he did what he needed to. And here we are, Bobucks attacking the perfect raid here. I'm surprised that he got through with all that, and he's got a heavy tank up front, that's nice to see, and he's shredded another ore truck. There's an ore truck for world peace. Down as well, he's got some, yeah, and he's still, there's another ore truck, yeah, and this is likely to be destroyed by that flamethrower infantry. They'll destroy their own refinery. Very nice. Look at that, plenty of ore trucks taken out. That was a nice attack. That's an effective attack, although it's left him with the lowest army value, not by much though. So, you know, that can soon be recovered, and then the damage is done. He's just wrecked a load of ore trucks. That's quite nice. It was a good attack, and these aircraft haven't been used yet, that I've seen. Why aren't they hitting power plants? Back here, look. Before there's air defences everywhere. And Mint has got an army up north, but Bobuck's ready to defend it. And the player using Germany is also ready to defend it, so that force from Eckenim has been cut off, and I don't think it did anything. That was a bit strange. It has drawn away a load of forces, but they're not taking advantage of that at all. Look, we've got another attack here, and Newton's defending it very effectively. Look at those flamethrowers, such effective work, because they've got vehicle view range. That's very nice, but they need to escape very quickly. Get out. Nah, you've lost that, mate. But yeah, that was a nice like battle lap for Newton, because they these guys had defences and a load of infantry, but those flamethrowers did such good work. Sloth has got artillery in the game now. That's nice. And there's some rangers. And we've got an attack by the player using Germany against Mint's expansion. He's got a helicopter, but it's going to be sacrificed by the looks. No, he's got away. There's nothing else really here. He needs to get these units over here quickly. Get placing defences. It's a shame to be caught out. He should have a barracks there at least. Maybe his teammate's got a nice force over there though. But look, he's done. If he can repair that radar dome, then that's good. He's dealt with this army. Oh, in fact, look, there's a lot of infantry. Kill those rocket troops and the tanks will be in a very strong position, but he's got so few infantry of his own. But he still did very well. He took out those rocket troops. That's excellent. Now he's got the view range on the enemy, and they can't fire back against helicopters. But the player using Germany's brought an MCV forward, and his teammate has placed a refinery straight away. There's aircraft. What are they doing? Radar dome. He's lost 3 yaks just there alone. Why is that firing? Yeah, they lost all the yaks there, World Peace, or at least 5, 6. That was bad. There's a tank there sneaking around. And an engagement here. And World Peace is launching his attack. And his aircrafted... He'd launched that airstrike first, so hopefully he's put them in low power, and he's taken out the radar dome for one player, so... Oh, they're all World Peace's units, these blues. No, they're not. They're not, sorry. It must have been just one unit I pointed at amongst all of these. But yeah, he's pulled those back. That's the good choice. Good decision. Get that tank repaired if possible. And here we go. We've got an attack from the players in Germany's got their yak. Or is that World Peace's own? Sloths attacking here. The player in purple, of course, and they'll be hopefully noticing that there's an iron curtain. Yes, they have seen it. That tank's idle there now. And there's a lot of ore trucks. They need to get expansions set up, mining. And there's an iron curtain on the Tesla coil and the Conyard for mint. Very nice use, because it means these tanks have got to get out of there. Now, yeah, what you could sure do with heavy tanks in this situation. Now, these two need killing quickly, and you might be alright. Lost it. But a mechanic deployed quickly could fix it. Wonder if anyone's got any mechanics. And I believe it was... let me just disable the shroud so I can look at Newton's construction. Oh, Team 1's got no army at all. Look at that. So he hasn't got a mechanic. Right. And then we've got mammoth tanks for World Peace, a nice air force, and there's another attack going on. World Peace is launching an attack on this expansion here, but Bobuck's defending his teammates' assets. Very nice to see. We've got some indecision from Sloth's MCV. And the mammoth tanks of World Peace have taken control there. They're all World Peace's forces. He's only got one mammoth there, but look, there's two here. And the MCV could have escaped. It's been left. And we've got a battle over here. The player using Germany's moving forward. World Peace is clearing up here. Sloth's expansion is gone, but we've got a couple of forces from Sloth and his teammate using Germany. Those planes, yeah, that's okay. Not too bad, but not great. They took out a good chunk. They didn't even take the V2. Now that in itself should have been the first target. There's another plane down. Yeah, World Peace sent that attack force reeling. And here we go, we've got Mint moving forward, and we've got a vulnerable war factory and Conyard for Bobuck. And that war factory's going. So, let me see. I'll go to combat chart, combat tab, just so we've got some value, army values. And World Peace has got some applying pressure here, but you know, it's they could just like be doing a more decisive attack here. Get the infantry with the mammoths. Now they've lost a mammoth there. Look, you see, when a mammoth tank's that badly damaged, just let it heal back up to half health if you can. And one player is saying it's GG, but yeah, from their point of view, perhaps. The mammoth tanks have got the iron curtain on them, and this player was the one who's like saying it's probably over. And the player using Germany's got an attack through here, threatening these assets, which are important. But there is a Tesla coil there. But World Peace's attack is still moving forward. Plenty of units to stop them, and Mint's attack is also hitting at the same time, getting some more trucks, but they don't want to move into that. Oh, look, the helicopters may change that situation. Take out any Tesla troopers and things like that. Soon turn the situation around, but not enough. Mint's attack force has been decimated, and World Peace is about to be wiped. His attack force. The forces here have been stopped. And look, we've got a mammoth tank here guarding World Peace's positions here. Look, there and there. He is moving them out now. And Mint's building up a little force there. And there's another mammoth here. That force is too small. Yes, they're moving back, look. And there's Bobok rallied a small force again. Good to see. He's got a nice backup force. There's 2 V2s and 3 flak trucks to protect them. Now he's got a wrecked heavy tank. It needs repairing, but a couple more heavy tanks and this will be a fairly decent little force. And it could easily join in any attack alongside its teammates and be very effective. He's got a Tesla coil there. Someone's dropping power. Look at all those ore trucks having a good meal on over there, getting a lot of ore out of that lot. And we've got World Peace's Air Force moving north with Mint's attack force here. They're not committing and moving forward because they've got artillery on them, but there's not a lot there. It's yeah, and look, Newton has got a small force here. World Peace is bringing more assets. Oh dear. Sloth's got a force and a half. He can wipe up all this there. With that army, he can wipe all of this. There's a nuke for you. Damage these structures. And now they're going in. Mint's attack force. Very nice. Bobok's force is attacking the harvesting operations of Mint. World Peace is responding to... I think he may have noticed, look, because we've got primary production and the mammoth tank is going in that direction. But Mint Econim is clearing up here. Sloth needs to get to work fast. Now, they're in low power, or is it the spy that's done it? Yes. It's probably a spy by the looks of that, because when the yellow bar counts down, that's when the power comes back on, because if you put a spy in an enemy power plant, it shuts it down. And look at that, World Peace has joined his teammate Mint, and they're fighting their way through here. Oh, there's an iron curtain on the pillbox. That held them up. And the mammoth is lost. They've got another mammoth. Mint needs to get... also attacking. These guys need to be dealt with. Just keep those Tesla troopers alive. That's what you've got to do here. And they should notice this now. And also get this to join in. Set up exactly where they've got it. Get the Tesla troopers. Oh, Mint's dealt with it anyway. And let's see what Sloth's up to. Now he's launching an attack, but he's gonna have problems. If he doesn't... Look at that. Artillery. Perfect. That's a lot of value. And we have a Tesla coil and a power plant under Iron Curtain. Very, very tricky. A lot to keep track of here. And Mint is moving through. We've got Bobok making some effort in defence. And Sloth's attack... Oh dear, it's going to be wiped. These Tesla troopers... Oh dear. But we've got another attack force from Sloth with helicopter backup, making sure the way ahead is clear. Ground attack helicopters, that's nice. So Sloth's backing this up with another army, but they're back. The power's just switched back on just as they arrive. I would leave this now. 4 Tesla coils, and they can switch on another 1 or 2. Mint's now cutting into Bobok's assets. There is central expansion that he had. This is the player using Germany trying to respond again, but it's a bad place. In fact, no, it's not. It's good now, that is, because these forces from Bobok are arriving, you got defences. It was just a bad place for a moment, that's all. As soon as they set up the SAM site, then they had view range. and it was no longer the case. The artillery piece is dead. That's a shame. This is a good scrap, this, a good battle. Did I see an Iron Curtain? I think they've got the Iron Curtain on them. Yes, they have. I thought so. Just caught my eye. The red. Yeah, just caught my eye, that. And Sloth is fighting it out with Mint now. There's a mechanic. He needs to stop. And that's bad luck because a helicopter will kill the artillery and rocket troops. Another engagement. Mint's fighting on a few fronts and he's got Newton's fighting with him, but he's going in the wrong direction. He needs to fight in this direction with Newton. They could make a breakthrough there and then get these feeding the front line. And even that if they have to. Yep. Their situation is okay. They're doing well, Team 1. But World Peace and Mint together, then, that you know, there are no players as strong as both of them together on the other side. So I think it is a slightly stronger team. I could be wrong because they are good players, all of them. And in fact, I know who all three of these are. The only player I'm not sure of is Newton. But I know all the rest are good players. But Min is very good, and World Peace is a very good player that I like. So I would say I would have bet on Team 1, to be fair. If I was asked to bet on it, on the outcome before I saw the game, I would have said that Team 1 had more chance. Although it's not going to be an easy fight because that's a decent player, and so are these two. And it doesn't take long for a player's skill level to go up a little bit or down a little bit. You just never really know. But you see how artillery are firing over the walls. This can't fire back. You know, defences and stuff, any defences here, so the walls are very useful assets. Rocket soldiers can fire over them, but you see these flame troopers can't fire through it. You know, it's Tesla coils are excellent because they fire over walls, and it looks like that's where the combat has been drawn to, although Sloth is making a very good defence of this area against Mint and World Peace. They're applying a bit of pressure here. Whose is this? That's the player who's in Germany, and Bobuck's Tesla coil was just Iron Curtained just for a bit to hold them in the game. That should be getting out of there. As soon as the Iron Curtain wore off, it should have sold it. No, I think that was a mistake. I think that was a mistake. That was selling that. Bobuck's like feeling the pressure, and this has got a force fire command for anyone that moves through there. It's the time for that's passed. And there you go, we've got forces trying to move around. The helicopters wiped them. You need vehicles. And Sloth's defensive efforts are, you know, causing a problem. Good for Sloth, good for him. Or good for them. No expansion set up here. Surely they need one. So have a quick look. There's a cash. World Peace is at 19,000, Mint's at 15,000, Newton, their teammate, is at 6, but Team 2, Bobuck's at 9, Sloth's at 9, and the player who's in Germany's at 4. So the pressure's starting to tell. And when the game goes on and you're getting into the long game and that, a player's skills will become apparent because it's, you know, it's not, you don't get as much practice at playing long games. So it's like a veteran skilled player that is strong well into the late game. Into 30 minutes and beyond. It's, you know, that's the late game, and it's a strong player that can fight effectively then with all the tech and everything like that and not make mistakes. You know, it takes a good player to do that. And Mammoth tanks under Iron Curtain are leading the way, drawing all the fire. That's excellent. World Peace punches his way through. That pillbox is trashing his Tesla troopers. And now the artillery's firing. But it's done with. Let's see what Mint's up to in the middle there, smashing through. One tank trying to dissuade him, and there's 3 around him now, more. Base defences placed around them could deal with that. And I was going to check the economy. Right. The players in Germany's got 13 grand. Look at the artillery. Sloth has been fighting so well with the defensive effort. So effective in this area. And there are spies, look. Spies from Sloth. Let's see if they can get... Where are they sending him? If they can get him into a barracks or a war factory or a power plant or a refinery will be even better. Spy. And you see, walk past the base defence because he's disguised as one of their units. And there we go. Is he going? Yes. Going for an infiltration. He needs ore bow book. Yes, they've got expansion. Bowbuck says he needs ore. Here we go. Let's just see. This is Mint's refinery. He's got 4 grand. Excuse me. Oh my god, he went into the... It got squashed. Why did he just not go into there? If he'd have got in there, he wouldn't have got anything, because Newton's got no money. Why? Why did you do that? That would have given Sloth an extra couple of grand. That was weird. Wonder if the other spy did anything. Decided not to earn 2 grand for it, and just got squashed by an ore truck instead. But Sloth's still at it with the defensive artillery, defending against these attacks. I bet. Let's have a look at the combat graph, see what work Sloth's done. He's destroyed 100 more... Yeah, he's destroyed more than his teammates in enemy assets, and I'm not surprised. This defensive fighting is excellent for Sloth. That's the feature of the match so far, is how well they've done how well that player's done under constant pressure. And we've got MiGs from Bowbuck being shot down. They're not gonna... No. No. There you go. It's 200 bounty for shooting that down, because they're a couple of grand. It's like, whoa. Look at that. Heavy tank screening the Tesla troopers. That's such good work. So effective. These are good players. They all are. This is a very good battle. Very good. And it's far from decided. We've got an attack force from Sloth is moving forward with his artillery now. And Mint's holding back. He's right to, because there's nothing he can do. He can't build there. Right, and we had a nuke hitting here. Damaged Bowbuck. That's a little harsh, although taking the decision, it could knock that player out of the game. Doing that, which is probably the wise choice, rather than damaging a strong opponent. Just take the more vulnerable one out of the game. That's perhaps what they were thinking there. And Sloth's attack force is still attacking, but he's turned away. He's chosen to attack that you can't do that, because they'll all move past any units on the way and get killed. Don't order them to attack individual units. Order an attack move in that direction, and Bowbuck's got an idle MCV there. And the artillery is killing some of their own troops, but they knocked that out. I'd be taking those mammoth tank husks any chance I got with a mechanic if I was in this situation. We've got another mammoth tank coming in, but why send one on its own makes no sense to me. Looks like... Oh yeah, small eco-raid from the players in Germany. He's knocked out 3 ore trucks by the looks of that. From Mint. That's harsh. And world peace. Now, it looks like players are starting to consolidate and gather units in groups and be a bit more decisive about how they're using them, and, you know, things like that, because it's, you know, it's probably starting to test the players now. They're probably, like, thinking this, you know, this is difficult at this point, struggling, trying to think of things. Let's have a look at these support powers. World Peace has got the Iron Curtain paratroops, spy plane and a nuke. The player using Germany's got his GPS satellite counting down, and Bobuck's got the Iron Curtain and spy plane and paratroopers as well. So World Peace has got all the support powers for one side. Now the players in Germany has just lost their tech center, so their GPS is lost. Mint and Sloth have got the largest armies at this point, and Sloth's moving forward in the middle. But yeah, they've got a couple of light tanks with you need something to screen those infantry, and we've got World Peace has got an Iron Curtain on his Mammoth tank, and he's fighting the player using Germany. Look, the artillery can splatter them. It's a lone Mammoth tank for World Peace amongst all that. And Mint's attacking here, because Bobuck is actually attacking and Mint's responded. So yeah, he's got a few tanks there. They're very badly damaged, but they're still destroy harvesters, or trucks I should say.
Give it to me.
And we have a Tanya. An expansion setting up here by the looks of it for Mint. And they're expanding around here, Mint and World Peace taking this, but all this down here is free. But World Peace is set up here. But like I say, Sloth is here again with this attack force and his teammates with him. They could do a lot of damage. They keep getting the chance to just wipe out everything on this half. But their opponents are expanding this way, so it may not matter. It may just be time they're out of the game and being wasted. That's because the thing is, if they do clear up here, and while their opponents are attacking here, right, then by the time these two armies reach here to attack the main base itself, they can have forces ready to stop them. And in the meantime, they're doing actual damage to their opponent's home base. So these forces will have to be used properly. All the reinforcements for Sloth are coming down here, but they're not being used. And then the enemy knows where they are. They've got lots of artillery. And then a few light tanks for screening and view range. Helicopters for view range. Now this force for their teammate has fallen back. And they've also got another army here. The Sloth's got a 28 grand army. And look, World Peace has put the Iron Curtain on his war factory. Yes, best decision to get back. But let's see, yeah, they're attacking here. Sloth is clearing away World Peace's expansion here. But this may just be, you know, they might be trading this for time. We'll see. See how it goes. Where's World Peace's main presence? 10 grand army value. Oh, right. So he's not really in it. So Min is on his own here. Nope, he's not gonna make it. He's got 3 players. There's Tanya. He's got 3 players are gonna gut this. World Peace will lose his war factory there, and they might get rolled up completely over here. That's it. That's bad. Very bad. And they've got this here. That's very bad. The situation has changed big time. I think Mint got bled dry by making that progress. And that's broken them. Yeah. You see, the player using Germany has got a 21 grand army, and Sloth has got a 27 grand army, 28 now, and Bobuck, their teammate's got an 11 grand. Now, World Peace has got 18, but a lot of that are going to be mammoths and aircraft. So, and Mint's at 14. These have got a far bigger army. And I can't see much here to stop this lot. And there's still more on the way, and an MCV, and they're being rolled up here. Mint's got a force defending it, but there's no way near enough. No way near. So, now the situation is reversed. These guys are under attack, but they haven't got anything like the assets their opposing team had when they attacked. And, yeah, it looked sadly like But look at that crash. It took a right chunk out. And the second one, that was worth it. I don't usually suicide my yaks like that, but that was worth it. But yeah, the situation's changed big time, and it's not looking good. Oh, there's world peace with some Tesla troops. Why not actually use them then? And defend this, because your opponent's come in. Sloth's come in. Oh, he wants to stay away from the helicopters and that, which is wise. Yep, they're being rolled up here. But I would keep them alive and get the chokehold in effect, so I'd put an engineer on it and keep resetting the capture bar and just keep sending thieves or spies in to keep their cash at 0. And then what are they going to do? You've got 3 players to defend the chokehold, and that means they're going to have no more credits. And your opponents could also do the chokehold on different refineries, so you're doing it on 3 refineries, say, or more. That means you own their money supply. What they're going to do then? That's what I would do in this situation. I don't play a lot of team games, and I certainly I wouldn't be as good as these guys. You know, not at team games. I'm just, I play 1v1s more often, and team games I do play now and then for fun, because they are good fun, but I just don't play that many. We've got Tanya here, so I wouldn't be very good. But in this situation, that is what I'd do. I'd get one of World Peace's and Mint's refineries and get the chokehold in effect, and then start building base defences around them. So I'd own their money supply, and then, like I say, what they're going to do. But Mint's done a great job of defending, but there's another army coming, though. Don't think there isn't. Mint's got a defensive force here. World Peace has got an MCV and loads of Tesla troopers. They've cleared up the bottom. Sloth's attacks. Oh dear. There's a nuke. Took out the player who's in Germany. Just had his entire army taken out. All of his troops anyway. And battered most of his tanks. Ouch. That was a nice tactical nuke strike. Can't deny how effective that was. Very nice. World Peace is at a 30 grand army now. Very nice. And Mint has got a force again. But the players in Germany, they've always got an army. And then Sloth is building one up most of the time, but I'm afraid these attacks from Sloth's armies haven't been as that effective, to be fair. He's come up against determined resistance once he's reached this point. But their defensive work was brilliant from Sloth. Oh, look at that Air Force! Shoot the troops, not... Oh, there's loads of spies, look. Interesting. You see, you shouldn't have shot that. You should have shot the troops, and then infiltrate the refinery you destroyed. World Peace is coming. Don't think he's not. And you've just run away from Mint's force there, so that's trouble. And look at this. Mint's also attacking here. Get rid of the radar jammer because missiles can't hit. Now the helicopters have been knocked out, and there's 2 more radar jammers. Watch these missiles, they won't hit the targets, look. Which means tanks are very good and solid at screening, because missiles won't hit them. Look at that Iron Curtain. I'd set that up and get base defences. But get it away from them! What's he doing? Why is it there? It's going to get... No, survived. No. Oh my word, it did survive with a shred. And we've got Bobuck launching an attack against Newton's forces. And they've halted for a moment. There's a lot of distractions going on. World Peace is overrunning a joint expansion. Mammoth tanks and Tesla troops. Should have some more infiltrations, but I bet they have been. I've just not seen all of the spy work. Because we saw how many spies one player had. There were loads, and we know they have used them. So, yes, I'm assuming I've just sadly missed some of the infiltrations. There's Tanya. Mint's got a Tanya and an engineer. And we have a missile silo for Mint. The enemy will find that. Right, now Sloth has told his teammate he's going for a different attack point, I think. Going from here now, going from here, so I'm assuming he's probably going for here. But I could be wrong, maybe attacking from here or something is what he meant. Yeah, he's marking out here, look. Markers. Yeah, there was a marker there. They're going for the Iron Curtain. No repairs on it, but it can protect itself. Use it on itself, it's ready. Oh my god, that's shocking. Now they're gonna lose ore trucks. Distractions, so much going on. 46,000 army value for world peace now. These mammoths and Tesla troopers are just going to cut through everything now. But there's an Iron Curtain on the turret, just ignore it. Ooh, nasty! Very nasty! Mammoth tanks are getting butchered! Oh dear, artillery's come to finish the job. World peace lost that army. I wouldn't have expected that. Not with the way it started. That was brutal, and he's not at a 40-something grand army now. My word. Defensive power. That was lethal. World peace has still got his aircraft attacking, but it doesn't appear to be destroyed. They don't appear to be destroying anything. Just damaging things. And we've got Mint clashing with the player using Germany again. Sloth's moving forward with an army again. I think with these artillery pieces, maybe he's got the idea now just to stand off rather than attacking and losing everything. Just stand off and shell everything and then let the enemy come to you. So even though you're attacking, you get the defender's advantage, because if they want to stop you, they'll have to come out of their base and attack you. If he's shelling them with artillery. There's Tanya. And there's even a Chinook for transport. That's cool. Very cool. Mint's done some lovely clean-up work there. And watch for the Tesla coil now. World peace is gathering more forces. Mammoths and Teslas. Sloth, Bowbuck, and their teammate are gathering a force in the centre, but there's not much to it. Sloth's got a 30 grand army. Yeah, they're using the spy plane to scout. Look how vulnerable all this juicy stuff is. And they're in low power because of an infiltration. Just ended. So they are using spies still. Or spies, yeah. Because the Soviet thieves, as I've said before, they infiltrate refineries or steal vehicles when they're still alive. But an Allied spy can go into a war factory, a barracks, can steal half the money from a refinery. It can go and reset the timer on a missile silo or an Iron Curtain or an airfield. It can reset any timer. And it can go into a power plant and shut down the power. They just have so many more uses than a thief, you know. But that's one of the reasons why I use thieves so much with the Russians, because it's one of the few specialist units the Soviets have. So even though it isn't as doesn't have as many options as the Allied spy, but it's still some type of crash took out two. It's still a type of specialist unit, and to help balance that technology advantage the Allies have, that's why I do use the thieves with Russia, just to balance that advantage. And these Tesla troopers are slaughtering everyone, and we have a chronosphere somewhere, because they're just teleported. Is it? Yeah, look, the Cronus shifted here. That's what the white bars are for. When that runs out, they zip back to their start point. But they're taking out enemy ore trucks quite effectively. And they zip back, look. So that's how the chronosphere works. It's a teleportation device. But you can use it to teleport enemy tanks into a pond and destroy them and things like that. Or you could teleport enemy tanks among your base defences. There's the chronosphere, look, from in there. And if your opponent uses Iron Curtain on his tanks and attacks you, if you're Germany, you get to teleport 13 tanks. It's like an area like this square that I'm making here, look. It's about that big, roughly, in a roughly circular shape. And it covers 13 vehicles, so if the enemy uses the Iron Curtain and makes a few vehicles invulnerable, as long as you get one or two of them within that radius, you can use your chronosphere on them and teleport them away until either the Iron Curtain runs out, or teleport them among base defences, or teleport them into a pond and destroy them. You know, you can use the chronosphere defensively as well as offensively, and you can use it passive offensive, where you wait for them to come to you and wait for them to attack, but then you teleport them away. And World Peace's mammoth tanks are they're very powerful units, these mammoths. And pairing them with Tesla troopers is very nice, but these helicopters they're gonna start to do some horrific damage, I think. But this Iron Curtain business, it's proving problematic, to say the least, for all players. That's why losing that Iron Curtain, they've got one there now. There's a nuke taking out World Peace's force, or a load of it. He's at a 12 grand army now. My word. This is absolutely brutal. Mint's killed more than 1,000 units. My word. This is, like I say, I had this in mind for my when I reached 100 subscribers. When I was close to it, I thought I'd hang on to this replay as a landmark, like benchmark post for my 100th subscriber point, and it is proven to be well worthy. It's a brilliant battle, this. So thank you to the viewer who sent me it as well, because this was one sent by a viewer. So thanks very much for that. I'm thoroughly enjoying this one. Getting to see some great players at work. In fact, we're seeing players at different skill levels and that, at different levels of experience, have been playing it different amounts of time, different lengths of time, and they're all doing well and doing their own thing. It's a great game, this. It's really good. It's like Openra team games at their best. And to hang on this amount of time and keep fighting in this way effectively after this amount of time, that's a skill in itself. Players break before this, trust me. And I know one player even called it twice. They said GG. I know they did. I know, because I remember there, one player said GG and their opponent replied, but they didn't give up, and then they'd already said GG earlier. So GG means you're surrendering and it's over. Players will frown upon that, but they didn't mean that in that way. And it wasn't taken in that way either, so it's no big deal. It's just, my point was that they thought it was a bad situation, that it was over, and they thought that twice, and it's still going. We're in the 48th, nearly the 49th minute now. So, like I say, fighting at this amount of time, at this level, for this long, is a skill in itself. You know, radar jammer. You need to take that out first, because it'll just waste... Look at the rockets, they won't hit anything until that is gone. You see the red circle, any rockets fired at a target within that circle won't hit. And the blue circle, once this blue circle is over an enemy radar dome, your radar will be fuzzy, it'll get static. It shuts down the enemy radar when they're within... If you get that blue circle over an enemy radar dome, it shuts their radar down. The red circle is to deflect rockets. There's Tanya getting hit. She'll get shelled. She's getting hit by splash damage from that artillery. It'll kill her. Things are getting quiet in other parts of the map. Oh, players in Germany, they've got units here. World Peace is applying constant pressure by the looks of it. and advancing with structures and defences. Look, they're bringing their MCV forward for a base push. A tactic that World Peace is very good at. It's not a tactic I use, the aggressive early base push like they often do. I haven't played them in a little while, so maybe they don't do that now. But last I knew, they base pushed very aggressively, and it's an all-in tactic. We have a Chronosphere look from Mint joining World Peace's frontline attack. Very nice. But yeah, it's an all-in, all-or-nothing tactic, the aggressive early base push, because if it doesn't work, you've probably lost a battle and your MCV, your second MCV, and it means all your expansions you would have had up and running have been lost. So it is good, and when they do it, they know how to do it, and they did it well. But, you know, it's not a secure, reliable enough tactic for me to use because I'm not great at it. But the base push is a great tactic, just not in that aggressive early game way that World Peace often does or used to. And we've got players in Germany, their MCV's under threat from World Peace has got a small force of infantry and it escaped them, but they've got aircraft going to finish the job. Very nice. That's having your eye on the ball and being aware of what's going on. Excellent work. There's an Iron Curtain, and it's nearly destroyed. What just damaged it? Something just took... What's going... That's weird. I know the Iron Curtain's counting down now, but that was weird. I must have missed something. It was probably the Tesla coil, and I just wasn't looking at it. But World Peace has got those aircraft there, and their base push is getting more and more of a problem, but Sloth is applying some of his defensive tactics to the situation. Look at that, taking it out. Very nice placement of a SAM site. The artillery are a problem. These aircraft could deal with it, no problem. Now, they didn't have to die. You see, they didn't have to die. That is bad.
Terminated.
They didn't even take out that. Now they did. Very good. Now the third time they're calling this, I think. Bobuck's got a small force there. He's still fighting and helping. And these have been idle. And we've got Mint with another teleport. Didn't see where that went. It said, one said, did Sloth go AFK? Well, he's not at the moment, and I didn't notice any inactivity from them. Not in that sense. Inactivity in, you know, in some of their army positioning, but not in away from keyboard sense. Now, this is all World Peace's aggressive base push. You know, Tesla coils. Nuke, I saw that coming down. Nice hit. If they could take that out quickly, why aren't their Air Force standing by for this? Look, and World Peace is moving straight in. And that's trying to run away. No chance. It's been caught by Teslas. Very nice. And a Tesla coil and V2 to answer back. Is it going to get the chance? Oh, the Mammoth tank 120mm cannons, twin 120mm, are so powerful. And the players in Germany is responding with their light tanks. Mammoth can get peppered with small caliber rounds, and the V2's coming back. So World Peace's attack has been stopped. What's Mint going to do about this? Very little. World Peace has got a 30 grand army. The players in Germany's got a 25. They're the heavy, large forces deciding this at the moment. And those longbows have destroyed the yaks, shot them all down. Because these are the only aircraft in the game. The longbows, they've got anti-aircraft missiles, the longbows have. And what's this? Oh, Bobuck. And the players in Germany are attacking. launching an assault here. I think there's enough to stop that. There aren't any artillery. There aren't any... no Tanya, no artillery with it. Nothing. So I think that's going to be okay. World Peace is moving up. And Mint has a force. And World Peace has got some shock troops. Get those mammoths with... It's going to get Tesla'd. Oh dear, what a shame. That's what attack move does for you. Just wasted 2 mammoths for nothing. And yet that force will deal with the tanks okay. Just hang in there. Destroy that for a start. What I don't understand. What, a throwaway 5 mammoth tanks, why don't you? Probably distractions here or whatever. But Mint has stopped that, but Bobuck should have joined the attack. That was that would have done it. Now Mint should have stayed back. So difficult when your hands are so full. Look, because he's attacking here. They've got the hands full. Newton's heavy tank horde. Wonder what he's going to do with that. And World Peace has got a nice force of Tesla troopers with them. And is his heavy tank's just going to get wiped out? Are they idle? Is that player not even in it? It'd be a shame if they're not in it anymore. Because that would mean that there's 2 players against 3. And there's a nuke being fired. Wonder where it's going to come down. Probably around here somewhere. There it is. Lovely hit. That damaged the German player. Players in Germany, their troops were damaged a lot there. There was a force of infantry by the looks of it. And you see, like I say, aircraft. A couple of yaks could come in and strafe these 3 structures easily. And then this could be finished off by a couple. There you go. Bobuck's called it. And Mint has agreed and said, yeah, well played. Sloth has said, well played. World Peace has said, well played. So it looks like Newton, the team with the inactive player, have won. Sloth's still here battling. And there's a teleport. Or something. Yeah, there's the longbows. German longbows. World Peace's Tesla troopers are just marching through. Yes, the players in Germany took, you know, some damage from those nukes. Bobuck did too. They were taking some damage from those nukes, man. Quite powerful. But everyone did great. It's just, that's it now. They've all called it and finished. And are dying out. What have we got? Sloth's got some remaining assets. Here we are. That's it. We've got a power plant, racks, and some stuff here. So, they've called it. There you go. Look at those scores. Wow. Got some information to look through here. But there you go. There's the game. They've got it. Team 1. Very well played. By everyone, but especially so by Team 1. And there's the army graph. And that is World Peace's spike there, the highest. Look at that. Getting on for a nearly 47 grand army. Or more. Very impressive. Just look at that Newton's as well. A slow climb until a slight dip. Very strange. And obviously I'm not sure what point he left. Or lost connection or what. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's said any. It's mentioned it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so he's claiming the win before he left. It's easy to miss that sort of thing. So much going on, you know. Here's the earnings graph. Look at Mint's earnings, a nice spike there for him. And Sloth had some nice earnings spike. Probably from infiltrations, you know. You never know. A big increase like that and then back to the same level probably means an infiltration of massive scale. That's probably what it is. Here's the finishing armies. Some Black Hawks, medium tanks. Mint's got an engineer and a basic amount of troops. World Peace has got some yaks, or 1. I can't, 3 maybe. And basic amount of infantry. and then their teammate has got a load of heavy tanks. That's all they've got. So here's the combat tab. Newton's 17,000 army value, that doesn't really count. And then Mint's got a 28,000 army value at the end, and World Peace has got a 12,000 army value. And Newton lost 10 structures, Mint lost 55, World Peace lost 87, Bowbuck lost 100, Sloth lost 72, and Tux lost 100. So let's see at the kills. Kills. Newton got 262, although, like I say, because they ducked out near the end, it doesn't count so much. But Mint got 1,252. That's a lot. And World Peace got 1,196. That's brilliant. That's impressive. That is very impressive. Yeah, units killed 1,252 by Mint. 1,196 by World Peace. That's brilliant. Bowbuck got 793. Sloth got 606. The player using Germany 949. It says Tux, but I don't believe it is. It would have been a different matter if that was that player. But I could be wrong. But no, it ain't him. I don't think it is. I think it's some... No, enough said. But Newton destroyed 80,000 credits worth of his opponent's assets. Mint destroyed 486,000 credits worth of his opponent's assets. World Peace destroyed 513,000 credits worth of his opponent's assets. Wow. Bowbuck destroyed 353,000 credits worth of his opponent's assets. Sloth destroyed 316,000 credits worth. And the players in Germany destroyed 422,000 credits worth of their opponent's assets. Brilliant. The remaining support powers, Mint's got his Chrono Shift and a nuke. World Peace has got his Iron Curtain, paratroops, spy plane, and a nuke. They were they had a very big impact on the battle. The Iron Curtain and the nukes, very good. And they're still producing stuff. Everything really. Shock troopers, yaks, Tesla coils, and power for World Peace. A refinery, defences, troops, helicopters for Mint, and tanks. Heavy tanks for the player that's not there anymore. Economy, Mint's got 16 ore trucks left. World Peace has got 12 ore trucks left. And Newton earned 160,000 credits. Mint earned 565,000 credits. World Peace earned 586,000 credits. Bowbuck earned 335,000 credits. And Sloth earned 391,000 credits. The players in Germany, sorry, I keep starting to say his name, and it's not that player, I don't think. The players in Germany got 461,000 credits. And Mint still got 19 grand in the bank. Very nice, like, it's very effective. And Newton was at 16 actions per minute, but although that would have dropped once they left, that would have dropped their average. Mint was at 86 actions per minute. World Peace was at 31 actions per minute. Bowbuck, 38. Sloth, 42. And the players in Germany was at 32 actions per minute. And there's all your stats and graphs and charts. Very, very impressive game. Very well done to all those players. And I hope my viewers enjoyed that one. If you did enjoy it, give us a sub and a like. And thank you very much for watching. I really enjoyed that one. Heck of a game. That was a banger, that one. So, well played again to everyone. And to the player who sent me it, a viewer that sent me it, thank you very much. I'm always happy to show replays, especially if they're as good as that. And for now, take good care of yourselves, and goodbye.
Battle control terminated.